Happy Friday, everyone. Just wanted to shoot you a quick little fun fact Friday. I thought I would start doing this on Fridays. So, on today's, or I would say the first fun fact Friday, one thing I've learned by speaking to tons of sellers is that one trick that I've learned is to never be the first one to hang up the phone. I know it sounds silly, I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes, we would end the conversation and I would still stay on the phone just to see what I hear in the background, see if I hear any additional conversations in the background. And lo and behold, ever since I started doing this, I started getting some real good inside tips from the sellers that I talk to on the phone. They may have a family member in the background, or they may have a spouse in the background, or something like that. So when we present our offer sometimes over the phone, we will present the offer and they will say, well, let me talk it over with the spouse. Let me think about it. And before they hang up, sometimes they actually start having that conversation, especially with cell phones and people that have earpieces in their ear. They may not, click the button, close the conversation or in the call, and you can hear all the information that they're giving behind you. I'm sorry, on the other end of the line. So I've actually been using this strategy and I've been able to get some really, really good information and close a few deals because of this strategy. I'll give you one example. I was talking to a young lady, made the offer, and she never did hang up the phone. And I can hear her talking to a family member. We had offered her some amount, and she was like, "Well," she didn't tell this to me, but she was talking to her family member. She said, "Well, that's a little bit too low. If it would come up maybe $2,000 or $3,000, then we'll sell the property." So guess what I did? When I called her back, she called me back after she thought about it. We talked, and I said, "You know what? After running some numbers, we could come up, maybe $1,500 to $2,000. Would that be acceptable for you?" This is before she even declined the offer, or this is before she even said, "Well, you know what? I was thinking, maybe." I didn't even let her get to that point. So I picked up the phone, I gave her a call, and I said, "Miss So and so, you know what? I was kind of running the numbers here, and I see that I think we got a little bit more margin to offer you on your property. We want to make sure it's a fair deal for you and a fair deal for us. And I still see that there's a little bit of room in here. How about if I bump it up another 15 to $2,000?" She accepted. We got the deal done, and that's the end of the story. That's just one example of this little neat trick that I learned. So always remember, guys, never be the first to hang up the phone. This is your Fun Friday. Marcus Maloney, the Equity King here, signing off. Have a great weekend.